It's a hard truth, a quiet ache under everything, that every child born after Adam, no matter how innocent, how beautiful, how small, is born separated from God. Not because they sinned, not because they were evil, but because something in humanity broke the day Adam fell. Adam didn't just disobey. He lost something. He lost the Spirit. Before the fruit, before the shame, Adam was filled, alive in a way deeper than blood and breath. The Spirit of God lived inside him, not beside him, inside him. Adam didn't just carry life. He carried presence. He wasn't merely breathing. He was burning with the life of God. But the day he rebelled, the light went out. The Spirit withdrew, not because God stopped loving, but because holiness and rebellion cannot share the same house. Adam didn't just fall, he emptied. And from that moment on, every child born through his bloodline inherited more than eye color and DNA. They inherited a soul disconnected from its source. Born breathing, but born spiritually dead. Romans 5:12 says, "Therefore, just as sin entered the world through one man, and death through sin, in this way death spread to all people, because all sinned." It's not just that we eventually sin, it's that we are born into a condition, a spiritual death we cannot cure by ourselves. We don't become sinners because we sin. We sin because we are already sinners inside, born without the breath of the Spirit, born outside of the presence we were created to know. Picture it like this. A tree cut from its root can still look alive for a while. The leaves stay green. The branches stand tall. But inside, the decay has already begun. That's humanity. From the moment of birth, without the Spirit, we are already withering. The first cry of a newborn is already a cry from a heart in need of resurrection. But here's the miracle. God didn't leave us in that death. Where Adam emptied himself of glory, Jesus poured himself out to refill what was lost. The first man, Adam, became a living being. The last Adam, Jesus, became a life-giving spirit. 1 Corinthians 15:45. Jesus came to breathe into dead souls again, to offer the Spirit back, not beside us, inside us. This is why being born again matters so much. It's not a religious label, it's a resurrection. It's the Spirit re-entering the human heart. It's the dead soul breathing again. It's heaven filling the emptiness Adam left behind. Without the second birth, we remain as we were born, separated, lost, condemned. But with the second birth, we are sons and daughters again. We are flame bearers again. We are alive again. So why are all born spiritually dead after Adam? Because when Adam fell, he didn't just break a rule. He broke the lifeline, and every son and daughter born from him was born outside the presence they were created for. But good news lives in the middle of the tragedy. The second Adam came, Jesus Christ, the life giver, and through him the breath returns, the Spirit returns, the glory returns. The first birth leaves you breathing, the second birth leaves you burning, and today you can move from death to life. From being Adam's broken heir to being Christ's beloved brother or sister. Not because you deserve it, but because Jesus has already opened the door. You were born into death, but you were born for life. The only question is, will you let him breathe into you again? If this blessed you, like and subscribe for more kingdom truth. God bless you.